Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aToneTarot. Scorpio, you are tuned in for the topic of who's playing the middle with you. And when I say who's playing the middle, it's not necessarily bad. It could be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, just, to size you up, see what's going on. It could be, someone meeting you in the middle. It could be someone meeting you in the middle of the United States. Who knows? Sag, I said Sag. My bad, Scorpio. Who knows, Scorpio? But we're about to find out. So I will be breaking down your message with 3 different traditional tarot decks. I'll be going through past, present, and future, pulling 5 cards from each tarot to see who in the past was playing the middle, who's currently playing the middle with you, Scorpio, and who might attempt to play the middle in the future with you, Scorpio. So without further ado, let's get up into your message. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Scorpio collective. Let's see for the past who was attempting to play the middle with my Scorpio collective. I hope all is well with you guys. To my new viewers, welcome to the channel. To my returning viewers, welcome back. If you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it, Scorpio. All right, let's get up into this message and see what is going on as it relates to who was playing the middle of my Scorpio collective. Five cards, please, Spirit. 5 cards. One more card. All right. So for my Scorpios, you receive the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, the Devil, the Tower, and the 9 of Coins. So as it relates to who was playing the middle with my Scorpio collective, it was somebody that hurt you deep. But you got your get back. Let's just say somebody did something to you, but it wasn't like you just sitting there like, oh, okay. No, my Scorpios returned the favor. So whoever was playing the middle with you, they fucked around and found out. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. As far as this is the past. So this was someone who, it was fun. It was exciting. It was charged up energy here. Like with this Devil being here, whoever this was, you had a dangerously amazing time with them. Like, and you almost were waiting for the other shoe to drop. You knew it was like, this is probably not the best idea to get involved with this person, but it's like moth to a flame type energy. And not for nothing, I think you already knew if a person fuck with me, they gonna fuck around and find out. And they did, and this is someone you separated from and you're no longer with them. This really feels like a relationship. So again, if this is not your message, if it don't apply, let it fly, right? If you are in a happily committed relationship with someone, this is not your message because this is past tense, right? So this is a past relationship that was like on fire, charged up, sexually charged. This is giving the energy of, I don't care. We can have sex in the broom closet at the restaurant, And it was just like high energy, high octane fueled relationship that was on a crash course with this tower being here. I feel like my Scorpios knew it. The minute they saw this person, they knew this person was trouble. With this Three of Wands being here, you knew, you was waiting. You was waiting for the chaos to come. But like I said, you were waiting and you had no problem for it because you already knew before it got to this point that if you play with me, you going to find out the hard way that I don't play fair. So tread lightly with me. I know all of the, hoopla you doing in these streets when we are together may scare other people, but you might want to be afraid of me. Yeah. So, this is a past person that is really given. I don't want Scorpio as an energy because they like took it there with you. And maybe because this person, I'm really picking up on the person feeling like they needed to settle you down, make or create a lesson for you. Like, I got to teach Scorpio a lesson. Somebody wanted to teach Scorpio a lesson and it kind of backfired on them. And I hope this doesn't trauma trigger or offend anyone. Scorpio, they weren't wrong to come at you like that. You probably had a nice little share of offenses on your side of the situation. If we really start asking some questions about what happened and why, and it, Scorpio, you like, maybe I didn't handle that well, or maybe I shouldn't have talked to this person like that, but I don't care. It's given that, whoever this is, it's almost like they are retaliating against something you did, but they handled it incorrectly with you. They could have and should have probably just came to you sensibly, but no, they chose violence. They chose something negative. They chose to retaliate, and you doubled down on them. Hey, man, if you're gonna go to war, you gotta be prepared for the casualties of what that looks like. And Scorpio was more than prepared to go to war. So let's see who is playing the middle currently, or attempting to play that middle ground with nobody. Nobody. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Scorpio. My bad. 2 more cards, please. One more card. One more card. Oh no, it's right there. All right. So, Scorpios, you receive the 5 of Cups, the Hermit, the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. You flipped some kings on their head. Like, you... And with this Hermit being here, that's why I said nobody. This is my Scorpio. With this Hermit energy, you are okay with your solitude, because you had to walk away from something with this 5 of Cups that was emotionally heavy. You had to let somebody, or it looks like somebody's, go. You know what I mean? With this King of Swords and King of Pentacles both being in reverse. It could be multiple people involved in this scenario that I was describing. Because again, this is feeling like it's not an overflow of the previous, because nobody is currently playing the middle with you. With this Hermit being here, you have eliminated and learned who is who, and you have cleaned up the trash and taken it out. It's gone. With these 2 kings in reverse currently, like, no, my peace is way more valuable than you know, that toxic, chaotic energy that was going on in the past with that Ten of Swords Tower energy. That you was like, no, that's so unattractive. That's keeping me from my money. You know what I mean? Somebody abused their position with you. They thought it was sweet. They thought it was sweet. You showed them a life of luxury. You showed them quality. You gave them quality with this King of Pentacles, and you've since removed that quality. You was like, you somebody got a big head. Somebody started to behave as if their life was set up in a certain way before Scorpio came along. And Scorpio like, no. Hold on now. You didn't know nothing about this brand of lotion, moisturizers. You didn't know this brand of alcohol. You didn't know how to dress. Like I'm speaking to a Scorpio collective who upgraded some people. You upgraded some folks, and you had to remove that level of quality. You now ice them out. You like, let me walk away. Let me remove these creature comforts, you know, from this person's life so that they understand it wasn't always sweet. It wasn't always sweet. Your life wasn't like that. You was eating oodles and noodles before you met me. You know what I mean? You was eating out of cans and stuff before you met me. Your mattress was on the floor before you met me. And I ain't coming at nobody that is in that situation, because I'm able to call those things out, because all of those things were me at one point. You know what I mean? Like, your life was not of this level of quality before meeting me, and you seem to believe that it's sweet, and it's not. It's not. So now I'm going to withdraw my energy, because again, playing the middle is not something you want to do when somebody is giving you full access to a upper echelon life. If I am rolling out the red carpet and setting you up to have all these creature comforts, the least you could do is, you know, compliment me, clean the house, you know, I don't know, whatever the exchange is. The Scorpio expected something, and this person was mediocre at best at delivering and reciprocating back to this Scorpio. So the Scorpio said, oh, no. You can leave. You got to go. You got to go, because do you see this level of quality I am bringing to the situation? I'm elevating your life in a certain amount of ways, and you can't even make me smile. You can leave. So who's playing the middle with you currently? Nobody. Because the Scorpio is like, no, I will be by myself in all of my creature comforts and create the life and the luxury and the smiles and the energy that I want. You're like, you're not compromising your peace for nobody. Just for the sake of having someone around. No, thank you. You don't want nobody that is playing the middle ground with you. You want somebody that can give 150, just like you do, you know, as it relates to consideration and care of how someone takes care of you, how someone interacts with you. You don't want mediocre, but you are providing Cadillac service and response. You know, I'm like, nah, these scales ain't close to being balanced. So something gotta give. Yeah. I'm really picking up on a Scorpio that's saying, let me return you to the streets. Yeah. Let me return you to the streets so you can know the absence of my presence and what that means and how that feels. It's cold outside, ain't it? Might want to go ahead and get you a little fleece blanket or something. Go to Walmart. They got them on sale, I believe. That's the Scorpio. Yeah. Whereas, forget a fleece blanket from Walmart. The Scorpio had alpaca bed sheets, every, heated floors when you came to the house. You ain't have to worry about a damn thing. And you was coming through the door acting like you created this environment. And it was cute at first. But then the Scorpio said, oh no, this MFer is getting a little too comfortable with calling my our shit. And you ain't contributing to shit. So no, you got to go. You ain't doing nothing but making the Scorpio's job harder, and that ain't what you want to do when somebody is bankrolling and financing your life. I don't know. All right, future state. Who is going to attempt to play the middle? Future state with my Scorpio collective. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. Two more cards. One more card, please. Okay, Scorpio, the future, my apologies. For the future, as it relates to who is going to attempt to play the middle, you receive the 2 of coins, the 3 of coins, the ace of coins, the 5 of cups, and the 9 of swords. This is you pouring and dedicating your time to work. And somebody is going to try to get back with you. They feeling it. They feeling that cold. It's burr. Oh, it's cold out here without Scorpio. Oh God, I need Scorpio. You got somebody stressing. They on the line. Please, Scorpio, please come back to me. I remember when we used to go to the restaurants and the maitre d'. They remember. They remember the lifestyle that you provided them, and they want it back. They want that old thing back. So, and again, the topic of this read is who is playing the middle. The middle ain't 100. The middle ain't 100. They ain't changed, but they gonna be on that line. Please, they gonna be offering. Can we start over? Let's do a reset. I promise. Watch. Let's try to work it out. Please. But again, between them begging to try to work this out and them maintain and do this dance, it does not feel genuine. It feels like they would do the act for a while. They will keep the balls in the air for a little while, for like 2 months, to keep Scorpio on the line. Come on, let me show you that I changed. This is future state now. Somebody's going to be begging for another chance, and you might give it to them with this 3 of coins. Like, they really begging, they really trying to show up for me. They're going to give you something. They're going to send maybe flowers to the job if you're a feminine, or if it's a man, that this female, if you're into that, whoever it is, they're going to do something to try to impress you and get your attention. They're going to be pulling on your heartstrings, Scorpio. Like, please, we had so many good times together. Remember that time we took that walk and, we saw J-Lo? I don't know. They're going to be pulling all kind of memories out of the crates. They're going to try everything, every which way to get you back on the side of working with them. But this 3 of coins, ace of coins, 2 of coins, that's a juggle. That 2 of coins is a performance almost. You see him, he juggling the 2 coins in between this robe. It looks alluring. It looks, ooh, look at the 2 coins go. It looks pretty. It looks nice. And I'm going to offer you something. Please just come back. And again, with this 5 of cups being here in reverse and this 9 of swords, you might even be considering it. Scorpio, you might be like, man, I did have fun with this person. You know, you're going to be a little torn, it feels like. Or maybe you're not, but somebody is going to be stressing because of the disconnect. Yeah. Somebody's life is very different now and they feel it. This is, with these coins being here, this is physical creature comforts. You know, not the love is lost, not the good, funny times. No, all of the outings, all of the things Scorpio used to buy me, all the gifts they used to surprise me with. I don't get that anymore. That's what they miss. They miss the material aspect of your life, the physical. They don't miss the emotional aspect of your life, Scorpio. So with all these coins being here, I mean, again, we tend to, and I'm not saying that you do this, but it happens sometimes subconsciously, very slowly, but we tend to control the narrative with money, right? Like you can control the situation. You know what they say, whoever has the gold makes the rules. And if the Scorpio was the one holding all the coins, they made the rules, right? So when that is the case, especially when you're talking about romantic relationships, it creates a level of codependency, right? And if this is not romantic, it could be parental or guardian overseeing type relationship where I'm the parent, you have to come to me as the child to, I'm sorry, if you're the child, you have to come to me, the parent, to get money to do these things. But you may have, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. If it's not romantic, we may have a Scorpio parent who is wanting to map out their child's future by way of picking out the college that they're going to. Scorpio is like, I'm paying for it, so you going where I tell you to go. I don't care what dreams you got of being a performing artist. You're going to school to be a lawyer. And the child is like, I don't want to be a lawyer, but I don't want to not go to school either. I need to go to college. So I have no choice because my parent is holding the bank, but to do what my parent tells me to do. Amen. And I am not here to judge one way or the other because I'm a firm believer as a parent, we are placed here on this earth to guide our children to have the most successful, fulfilled, and fruitful life that they can have. And at 17, 18, they're not making decisions per se that are going to produce that as an outcome. They think they are, but they're not. And this could be a Scorpio parent is like, yeah, aTone, I know better than my child. He or she is simple. They ain't doing that. We doing it this way. Because I am paying for it. And because I'm paying for it, we doing it this way. Amen. It's your money. Whoever makes or holds whoever has the bag makes the rules. That's how it go. That's how it go. If you are the reason everybody around you eats, then you might want to question everybody around you's intention. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to make sure I eat. So if I have to lie, deny, fake it till I make it to get to the money, you could be surrounded by these types of individuals, Scorpio, and you might want to be mindful of that. Like, because you cut in the check, people are going to say yes to whatever you say. regardless if it makes sense, regardless if it's the best thing for you to do. So that person or people may not have your best interest in mind. They just want you to continue to produce so that they can continue to eat. It's given that type of energy. So that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.